Welcome. Today we're going to cover the stories that we tell about ourselves. When you think about it, our entire identities are made up of the stories we decide to tell about ourselves. And our life experiences, our traumas, our successes all lead to the tapestry of how we create this story. Now, this can be incredibly helpful, but it also can hinder us at times when we've decided that we've outgrown the story or that we want to amend or change the story in some way to make it more holistically reflect who we are now. This gets especially difficult when we are faced with people who have known us for a really long time. So especially our families and friends that we've had for years and years and years, they may know us at 14 or 5 or 25 or 35, and they are aware of the story we would have been telling about our lives all the way throughout. And so sometimes we want to start telling a different story about who we are. But our family and friends, I think out of a beautiful expression of love for us, want to protect us in many ways from going outside of the story we may have told about ourselves or about our families. This can happen in small ways, like your mom saying, but you don't like Brussels sprouts, even though you're 40 years old and now you've decided that you do like Brussels sprouts. It can also make a huge impact when it comes to things like changing our identity around whether we are anxious or not anymore, whether we're fearful of something that we were fearful before, whether we've changed our identity as married if we're going through a divorce, if we've decided to change in some way to have a more holistic expression of our sexual orientation. You will notice that our family and friends try to keep us in the box they know us to be in. And this is to both protect us and protect them. Because if we change the stories we tell about ourselves, often they have to tell the story differently about themselves as well. And most of us don't like change. And so it can be really hard to amend this and have people see us in the way we see ourselves now. I will speak for myself. I will say that I identified as an anxious person most of my life. Now, in the last few years of my life, I've done extensive work on trying to amend that. I would say that I am still a worrier, but I would not identify myself as having as much anxiety as I did in the past. And yet many people who have known me for a long time would know and try to protect me from that anxiety in some way. So it can be very easy to fall into those old roles and the old stories that we've told about ourselves. But what if none of these stories are wrong? What if there is nothing wrong with us? What if the old story is beautiful and the new story is beautiful and the weaving together of those is perfect just as it is? There's no shame in the old story, and there's also no shame in being unsure of the story that we're creating. So I would ask you to just reflect on parts of your personality or ways of being that may have been who you were in the past, but might not be who you are now. And can you get excited about that? I think it's exciting that we're constantly ever evolving who we are into a better and better version of who we are. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thank you so much for spending your beautiful, precious time with me. And if you have future requests, please leave them in the comments below. Have a lovely week, and we'll see you on the next video.